What's up people, and welcome back to another Monday motivation video. So a while back I did a video showing you 15 different upper body exercises you can do with a single resistance band like this. And in that video I said if I get 10 likes I would do another video showing you different ways you can use it for your lower body. And the video did hit 10 likes, although just about. So as promised, for today's video I'm going to show you 20 different exercises you can do for your lower body, the quads, the calves, all that stuff with one single loop band. Although I probably would have posted it anyway. So if you like this video and if you like this concept of getting the most out of minimum investment, then make sure you leave a like on this video. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment if you feel you need to, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Just a quick disclaimer before we get into the video. The effectiveness of all these different exercises that I'm going to show you in this video completely depends on the number of reps and sets you do and the type of band that you use, whether that's heavy resistance or light resistance. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, I just want to clear the air on my attire. Yes, I am wearing full length tights, but there's good reason for that. Let's just say a rubber resistance band like this and hair on your legs is not the best combination. So this is an easy way to avoid any unnecessary issues. But also long socks should work fine too. So exercise number 1 is a simple lateral leg extension. Put the band just above your ankles, hands on the hips for better balance, and raise one leg above the ground. Then do the exercise like in the video. If you want to work on your balance at the same time, you have to make sure that you do not touch your leg to the ground throughout the set. Now if you want to make it easier to balance, then you could touch the ground after every rep. Either way, it's a very simple exercise to start off with, but one that is very effective to activate and strengthen the outer part of your quadricep muscles. After the lateral leg raise, the next one is standing kickbacks. Start with the band in the same position as the previous exercise, one leg raised, hands on the hips for better balance. Now do the exercise like in the video. It is very important that you do not bend your knees or your back when doing this. Your focus should be entirely on using your hamstrings to kick back. As a result, this exercise will help to strengthen your hamstrings. Number 3 is another similar one. This time it's standing forward leg extensions. Start in the same way as you did the previous 2 exercises, but lift your leg forward this time. Again, do not bend your knee or your back and only use your quad muscles to raise the leg. This will specifically work on the central and inner muscles in your quad. And yes, I know these exercises are often used just as stretches. You can use them as that, but doing multiple sets of 12 to 15 reps also helps with strengthening the muscles that these exercises work on. Number 4 is a regular squat. To do the squat, you have to put the band around your thighs. However, you cannot bend your back. Your back has to remain straight as you do every repetition of this exercise. You can also do jumping squats in the same way. The concept remains the same, you just jump after every squat. But jumping squat is a little more high intensity workout. Number 5 on the list is sumo or goblet squats. Again, same placement of the band, however the starting position changes. Unlike regular squats, for this, your toes have to point slightly outward. The idea still remains the same. This particular exercise works on the inner part of the quad, but also works on your glutes. Actually, a lot of these exercises work on several muscle groups, so I'm just going to stop saying which muscle groups they work. Exercise number 6 is the lateral squat. For this, you have to put the band slightly higher on your thighs and start with a much wider stance. Perform the exercise like in the video, and then you will realize why I say you might have to put the band slightly higher. The key here is to point your opposite foot upwards as you bend one leg. This makes it easier to balance and also puts your entire body weight on the leg that you are working. It is a little tricky, but it helps with building the leg muscles uniformly. 7th on the list is a reverse lunge. Put the band around one foot and hold it with the opposite hand. Execute the exercise like I do here. You have to remember to let your leg do the work and not pull on the band when you're in the lunge position. This is what it should look like from the front. Notice how I start in the lunge position. I do that to ensure I'm not pulling on the band, but instead using my leg to push myself up under the pressure of the band. Number 8 on the list is knee raises. For this, you're going to have to put the band around both your feet like this and stand on it. Then do the exercise for however many reps you plan to do it.
But while you raise one leg, you have to push down on the other leg so that the band does not slip. This is how it should look like from the side. You have to make sure your back remains straight throughout the exercise. Now you could either do this exercise fast like how I did in the video, or you could do it slowly. Regardless of your choice, it is a pretty effective exercise. Also, I prefer to do this one leg at a time rather than alternate legs. For exercise number 9, you are going to need a chair. This is a simple way to recreate a seated leg extension. Put the band below your left foot and around your right ankle like this and perform the exercise like in the video. But you have to make sure you push down on the opposite leg so that the band does not slip. Plus, holding the chair while doing the exercise really helps with your balance. This is another easy way to work your quads at home with minimum equipment. Here's what it should look like from the front. It's simple, easy and effective. And to get the most out of this exercise, you should lower the legs slowly. Right then, moving on from the quads to the glutes, hamstrings and the lower back. Exercise number 10 is lateral walks. For this, you have to set up the same way you would set up for a squat with the band just above your knees. Then do the exercise like in the video and you should feel the effect in your glutes and the upper part of your hamstrings. You could also do this in a squat position, but it would be more quad intensive. Anyway, if you want to make it a little harder and more effective, you could do this exercise by putting the band just above your ankles. This is a little more advanced and will be a little harder to do. Exercise 11 is banded monster walks or diagonal walks. And this is similar to the previous one, it just affects a different part of the glutes and hamstrings. With the band around your thighs, you will now walk diagonally forward. This looks very simple and easy, but 3 sets of this hurts like hell. Again, if you want to make this more advanced, you can put the band lower like this. Everything else remains the same. Number 12 on the list is a single leg Romanian deadlift. For this, you have to put the band over one foot like this and grip it with the other hand. Pull the band till you stand up straight and raise your opposite leg off the ground. Then execute the exercise for however many reps you want to. Again, like the reverse lunge, you have to make sure that once you bend down, you have to use your hamstrings to push yourself back up and not pull yourself up with your hand. Now this is what it should look like from the front. This exercise is also good because it works on your balance as well. You can do the entire set without letting your leg touch the ground, which would work wonders for your stability. Exercise 13 for your legs is a standing hamstring curl. Put the band under your left foot and around your right ankle. Raise your leg a little and then do the curl. Now you may need to hold on to something for balance as well, but the key with this is to try and keep your thigh as straight as possible. Also, if your band allows, you could try and get a full repetition unlike me in the video. This is what it will look like from the front. The band goes just below one foot and around the other ankle. This is another simple way to work on the hamstrings. Moving on swiftly from the standing hamstring curl to exercise 14, which is a simple glute bridge. For this, you have to put the band around your thighs and lay on your back to perform the exercise. Now this is another simple and effective way of working on your hamstrings and glutes, but it also works the lower back. It is another easy exercise with multiple benefits. And there are different ways you can do the glute bridges. You can either do one leg at a time like this, or even raised by resting your back on a chair or a bench, but that's a little bit more advanced. Number 15 on the list is a sleeping hamstring curl. The setup for this is similar to that of the standing hamstring curl. The band goes around one ankle and around the other foot. This is to prevent it from slipping while you perform the exercise. Lie on your stomach and execute the curl while keeping the ankle leg straight. Again, ideally you would want to do full repetitions, but this is slightly easier than the standing hamstring curls considering you don't have to balance. And last for the hamstrings and number 16 on the list is donkey kicks. For this, the band goes on the same way as it did for the hamstring curls. However, unlike the hamstring curls, in this exercise, you will work the leg where the band is around the foot and not the ankle. Just watch the video closely, it will make sense. Execute the exercise for as many reps as you planned, but one leg at a time. Again, this is another simple and easy way to work on the glutes and hamstrings. And finally, moving on to the calves, the shin muscles and the ankles. Exercise number 17 is tiptoe lateral walks. Yes, it's exactly like the one before, but only thing this time you do the entire exercise on your tiptoes. Sounds easy enough, but my word, are these a calf burner. It's pretty simple but extremely effective. And as you probably guessed, exercise 18 is a tiptoe monster walk. Just like the normal monster walks, you can put the band either on your thighs or your calves. Doing the exercise on your tiptoes engages the calves and the surrounding muscles, which helps to strengthen them. Yes, it looks easy, but actually it's pretty difficult to do, especially if you do it for many reps and multiple sets. Exercise 19 is ankle raises. For this, you have to set up the same way you did for the knee raises early on. The band goes around both feet. However, in this case, you have to raise one knee slightly and then perform the exercise. The key is maintaining stability in the ankle while doing the exercise. This is what it should look like from the side. Doing this should also work wonders on your balance. And not only does it work on your ankles and shin muscles, it also acts as an eccentric exercise for the calves. Also, this is one way to avoid shin splints. And finally, for the last exercise, coming in at 20 is seated calf presses. For this, you're going to need some sort of a cushion and put it under your thigh. Then put the band around your feet like in the video and pull so as to put some resistance on your calves. Now perform the exercise like in the video for however many reps you had planned. This is another fantastic way of working the calves, the shin muscles and the ankles. And it is also another common way to avoid shin splints.
That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments if I missed out any exercises that I could also do with this. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and if you like this kind of content, then make sure you subscribe for more.